I was really fortunate that from probably the year 8 or year 9, I knew I wanted to be an OT, so I was always sort of headed down that path. I graduated and within maybe 2 or 3 weeks had started work at Ballarat Health Services. I suppose we're always encouraged to give back at school, and that was something that we'd just done for the whole time that we were here.
I actually started at Marysmount Primary School at 4.5 years of age, and it was a wonderful environment. We were so well looked after. The nuns from Institute of the Blessed Virgin Mary were just fantastic educationalists. I graduated in 1983. A lot of my formative educational years were at Marysmount. And then I went on to St Mary's for 3 years. I spent a lot of time with the nuns in the Loreto institution and loved every minute of it.
I loved school. I was really lucky that I had an amazing friendship group that I'm still really, really close with. There's 8 of us that have stayed friends from pretty much year 7.
There were only a handful of girls every year that went on to university. We were very privileged to be able to have that opportunity, and particularly to stay at a residential college. Podiatry wasn't really well known then, so for them to actually accept me onto a Melbourne Uni res was quite big.
I think it's just that never-ending support, and knowing that if you meet other Loreto girls that might actually come from other states or other countries, that there's just this common connection or this common bond. You know, when you travel a lot, particularly now that they have the rings, and you can see when people are wearing them, and you know, like, you know, they may clearly not even come from Victoria, but you know that they came from Loreto, and that just sort of starts an instant conversation, and it's always there in the background. You've always just got that extra community and extra level of support that I don't think that other friends that went to other high schools have that.
Leaving Marysmount or Loreto, you always thought that it was the hardest year of your life. Well, it's not, because when you go on to university, they don't care as much. You know, sort of you're in and out of classes, you have different lecturers, you're pretty much by yourself. But again, being in that nurturing environment of St Mary's really held me in good stead. There were 3 good meals every day, you're in a very, very secure environment with like-minded people, and you learned how to discipline yourself, basically.
One of the great things about Loreto is that I really felt like I was supported and pushed to do as much as I could and to be the best that I could be. And when you look at what some of the past girls have achieved over the years, it's extraordinary. And by giving a night where the students of now can actually look at the diverse kind of occupations, but also just life stories of some of these past students, and just to see that, you know, yes, they're at school now, and yes, you know, that's what they've got to do, but that the world is their oyster, and by having this strong community behind them and all that support system, that they can basically achieve what they want to achieve.
The fact that we come to this school and what we learn here and how we leave this place always stays with us. And no matter when you came here, what Loreto you went to, that Mary Ward education is always with us and is a big part of who we become and what we do with our lives.
And it's always really important to give back to where you came from. You never forget where you came from, so you should always add to it. And it's really important for me to still stay connected with Loreto.
To go to Loreto College is such a privilege, and just to know that out in the community you have so many other people that have experienced an education like myself, it's just, yeah, it's really comforting to know that we have so many different friends and stuff out there that we might not have met yet, but we always will have a special connection.
I always just think if you can do something to help someone, that you should try and do that, because if you can make a difference to someone else's day and support someone, then you should. That's probably the value that most resonates with me.
It's really important to be still firmly planted from where you once came.
I'm probably really grateful and thankful for the support and for the school and the teachers going through, and then obviously the friendships that I've been able to carry on, and I feel really privileged to have had this opportunity to go to school here and to still be so connected all these years on, and I know that that won't change as the years progress, and I think that Loreto is obviously a fantastic school, and wish all the students good luck with whatever their future may hold.